Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. I'm trying to keep myself centered, not by doing this, but you see that white strip there? I've got it so it's like approximately over my nose, center of the screen. I have had not a wonderful day, not a bad day. It's just rushed. So here's Boogle again, little Boogle. I didn't have a chance to change hamster cages, so she's up and here. Even though she's a sweetie, and well, sort of a sweetie. I mean, first thing she did when I was trying to pick her up was bite me. So she bites. She's dangerous. I'm lucky that she hasn't drawn blood so far. Oh, she just tried nipping at my finger right there. She's a biter. But that's the way hamsters deal with life. They use their mouth and noses to experience the world. So it's not she's biting me to hurt me. She's just biting because they can't see all that well. They can't see colors or anything like that. All they can see is black and white. I'm putting her back in her cage now. There you go, little sweetie. She is a good little Hamster, and I do like her very much. I don't like being bitten, but life is life. I mean, I'm quite sure there are people that do like being bitten, but I'm not one of them. Thumbs up on that. But she's a good little Hamster. I just didn't swap any of my hamsters this morning. It's been a rush. I don't know where the time has gone, and oh, my heart is just, my atria are misfiring this morning, and it's a weak, unpleasant feeling when it does that, and it's just, ugh. Because you've got your big ventricles that pump the blood through your body, and your atria squish the returning blood from your body down to help gravity feed. I mean, because by the time the blood gets to your heart, it's not rushing and zooming anymore. When it leaves your heart to go out on the journey through your body as your ventricles go boom and squeeze, and it pushes the blood through your body, then it's whoosh, it comes whooshing out really hard. I mean, that's why if you take off somebody's head, the blood will shoot like several tens of feet into the air because of the pressure. Awesome. But by the time it gets back on the journey to your heart from your body, it's barely running at gravity feed. So when it gets to your heart, the atria go and they squish it down into the ventricles so that the ventricles can make it work and squish through the rest of your body. Because, the first one, your right ventricle pushes the blood into your lungs, oxygenates it, and then it rushes into the left ventricle, and then boom, it pushes the blood through the rest of your body, and then the atria go and squish it down into the right ventricle, out into your lungs again. Wonderful system, works real well, but for me, my atria have misfired most of my life, and it's a very weak, sort of unpleasant feeling, because your heart number goes lub, dub, lub, dub. The little dub is the atria squishing blood down for the ventricles to work. What happens is, mine of course will go lub, dub, lub, dub, dub, lub, dub, lub, lub, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub, and it's not a good feeling. While there is a condition that is incredibly dangerous when that happens, the time I did ask my doctor about that, he said under most circumstances it is not. And in fact, it happens a lot under normal circumstances. Your heart has a whole bunch of different rhythms and beats, and it swaps between them. When it does that, you can get that misfiring. And it'll happen a couple times a day. Mine happens a lot. And for reasons that I don't know, like right now, it's just very unpleasant and I don't like it. So here's hoping that it just is the non-dangerous type still and will stay that way, because I don't want to just suddenly fall over dead. That would be bad. That would suck. Speaking of death, people have been pointing out to me the passing of Angry Grandpa. Now, while I mourn the death of all human beings, I think we all have something to bring to the table, and death being so final, and since we don't know, if there's any afterlife, death being the end, it's kind of a harsh punishment. So I don't think I mean, my personal view is that death is the enemy. Yes, we have had to deal with it, and the way it currently is with our bodies, yeah, death can be a blessing. Because as we age and our cells get older and they stop dividing and our bodies get older and thinner and it just stops working, yeah, at that point death can be a blessing. You can get tired of all the decades and you're just ready to go. But I don't think that it should really be that way, especially since we are learning the knowledge to stop death. And that is what I think is a very important step in human evolution. It would be nice if half of our people in the world were like, well, intelligent, instead of being, fearing science and holding tightly to their superstitions to the point that they'll drag the rest of us down with them. But life is life, isn't it? But back to, I mourn the passing of all human beings. I'm very sorry for that, in that fashion, that Angry Grandpa has passed on. I am quite sure he was loved by family, friends, his internet audience. Now, I couldn't watch his videos. The ones that I have watched, I found his actions and the way he treated people to be absolutely abhorrent. I don't like people that act the way that I saw him act in videos. I find that, well, rude, terrible, awful, vicious, nasty, unpleasant, and best if that sort of person is not in my life. So after trying to watch a couple videos and then just turning it off because it's like, no, this is not funny, this is horrific, and he really needs an intervention instead of being given an audience. So I don't miss his content because I didn't like his content in the first place. But that doesn't mean that anyone should ever die because of that. So I mourn his passing. It is sad. It is very, very sad. I wish my mind was such that I could enjoy all forms of content, but there is just some content, some actions I find abhorrent and just not the sort of way you should be acting as a human being. So I'm sorry he's gone. That's not a good thing. Death is the enemy, is my view. Life is life. Now remember, of course, when I say things like death is the enemy, I'm just one guy. That's just my opinion. I'm not even an expert on me or my own life or what makes me tick. I'm not an expert on anything at all. When I give an opinion, it's just that, an opinion. And remember, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and most of them stink. So thumbs up on that. Just take my opinion. Oh, bloody hell. I've been thinking I should really, except I've gotten EEGs because I take opiates still. I'm on a very small amount of opiates now, 5 milligrams of methadone daily, which is the equivalent of being on 10 milligrams of morphine daily. I take 2.5 milligrams in the morning, 2.5 milligrams at night. It's not good for your heart. It causes cardiac damage. Because of that, they have taken blood samples. I've had EEGs because they're trying to make sure my heart is in good shape. I have never heard anything bad from anything on any of these tests, so I can only assume that I'm at least halfway okay. So when my heart really starts overacting like it is today, it's like, oh, I don't like it, but apparently it's not dangerous? Here's hoping. And yesterday, oh my God, yesterday was such a bad day. It was such a bad day. When I have to concentrate, if I have to concentrate, I get a headache. And the harder I have to concentrate, the worse my headache gets. The more I concentrate, the more I get a headache from concentrating, the sleepier I get. If I have to concentrate hard, I will get a near migraine level headache and then I pass out. I did damage to my brain. Please be careful drinking. This did not be my life. That is intelligent use of English. This was not my life earlier. And it only started happening after I entered the death spiral of my alcoholism. I should have died from my alcoholism. I really should have. I mean, when I went into rehab and they had me blowing a breathalyzer, I blew a .544 on the breathalyzer. You're not supposed to be alive at that state. You know, because .2 is legally drunk. .3 is most people have passed out. .4, most people have stopped breathing. .5, that's actually a .5, but I'm counting in numbers, not, going .5. But at .5, you're dead. You are dead. And not only was I walking around, I remember that day. Holy smokes, I had way too much alcohol over much too long of a time, especially if you can remember the details of what happened. I had my parents take me out to dinner. We ate dinner. I stood up and said, now that you see me when I'm this drunk, can you please take me to rehab? I remember going to rehab and doing all that and then blowing a .544. Oh, goody. What did I bring this up for? Ah, yes, the brain damage. I damaged my brain badly. Yes, you can recover on the short term from drinking. It does not kill brain cells. That does not happen. I mean, on the short term, it's no more dangerous than doing anything at all. It does not kill your brain cells. Over time, though, it damages the overall structure of your brain. The overall structure of my brain has been damaged from my alcoholism. Please do not drink to excess. If you find yourself drinking to excess, do something. Get an intervention. Go to get some kind of help. There is no shame in getting help. Trust me, I'm of the generation where my parents drilled into my head that if you have a problem, shut up, take care of it yourself. Nobody wants to hear it. And if you can't take care of it, die if you have to. Nobody cares. That was the generation of my parents. That's what they drilled into my head. So I hate asking for help. But there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And especially if you feel shame. If you drink and you feel shame, it's okay. Please get help. It is better to feel shame and get help to stop your drinking than to continue drinking and die. It's true. So get help if you drink to excess. Now, what was I talking about beforehand? There was something I'd wanted to bring up, but I cannot remember now. The joys of brain damage from my alcoholism. Yes, that was right. Yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday. Everything went wrong with games. Oh, first off, I discovered that my No Man's Sky doesn't save to the Steam cloud. Wonderful. Okay, so that game is gone. So I went on to Prey. I actually bought Prey with a bit of my YouTube money because I make enough to buy one mid-range video game per month with my YouTube money. Yay. So I bought Prey because I watched the Game Theory, Matt Pat's Game Theory about it, and I went, oh my God, that sounds awesome, because it sounded intense, the thinking behind it. And so I picked it up, and I wanted to use the controller. Well, I'm set so that you press forward, you look down. I look upon the controls, mouse and controller as like you got hold of somebody's hair. You push the mouse forward or the controller forward, you're grabbing hold of their head and shoving it forward so they look down. When you pull the mouse back or you pull the thumbstick back, you're grabbing hold of the hair and pulling their head back so that they're looking up in the sky. I have to deal with this. So it was, you press forward, you look up. I've got decades worth of the opposite of that. So I went into the options and I changed that. And when I pressed forward, I looked up. So I changed it back and I pressed forward and I looked up. I rebooted my system no matter what. If you press, it does not change the options. You cannot change the options. On my install anyway. So I started going to other games. Everything happened like that. Either the Steam saves were gone or it was just inexplicably not working right. Just improperly loading up stuff, picking stuff up. The game's so much. Pick stuff up, okay, you click once to do this, and then you right click, you put it down. Nope, I picked up a newspaper article, that was it. Game was over. There was no way to put it back down. All you could do was rotate it and put the text at the bottom of the screen. Oh my God, everything kept doing that. It was awful. I got such a horrible headache. Finally ended up with this one game, and it was a terrible, terrible game. Shadows 2 Perfidia. Oh, awful game. But it was fun because I enjoy bad games as well. Now, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments now. I'm going to after this. I'm going to read as many as I can, thumbs up everyone I read, answer as many as I can. Like I say, not reading them now. So whether it is a good comment, a bad comment, or an indifferent comment, the fact is, thank you for having left me a comment. That is awesome. You got me out of my head, into the world, dealing with people. Now, we're going to start with D-Myth, D-E-M-I-T-H, thank you very, very much. The Nerdy Gamer, greatly appreciated. Lachlan Blackstock, that's a heck of a name, thank you very, very much. Chewy543 with a bunch of numbers instead of vowels, that's what they are. And Carmen Riley Mendoza, thank you very much. Dangerous Toaster, I like that name too. And then there's The Boss, thank you very, very much. Walking Panda, thank you very, very much. Andy Rue, R-E-W, greatly appreciated. Epic Bobo 1, thank you very, very much. Killshot, greatly appreciated. Seth Kovac, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Barco Boy 123 TV, thank you, greatly appreciated. Always good to see you in the comments. Bo Phelps, thank you very, very much. Thumbs up on that. Logan, greatly appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Core Finn, thank you. And then Snipers and Headshots, how about that? Thank you very, very much. Eric Felder, I think it is. And then there is RZ, thank you very, very much. Sretan Rosick, thank you very much. Mateus Balcher, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. John Sims, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Now I've got to try and find new names. Turkleton, heck of a name, thank you very, very much. Braden Kuski, thank you, thumbs up on that. And then last but not least, Jeffrey Risinger, thank you very, very much. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and it's a good thing. I am clinically depressed. I have bipolar disorder. My wife died 3 years ago. Not a good landscape behind these eyes, so thank you very, very much. 17 minutes and 30 seconds. So, as you can see, I turned this on as soon as I got up, 5:30 in the morning. It is 7:30, and it's just only warmed up that much. You're only supposed to leave them on for 8 to 10 hours, otherwise it gets too hot. So, it doesn't get to working too good by the time my video is over, but it's on, and during the rest of my day, that's going to be just bubbling up a storm. Thumbs up on that. If you could check out my links down below, that would be awesome. I got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. That would be awesome if you could check all those out. My thanks to everybody who has donated to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron. You are all beautiful, awesome people. It is because of you I'm living under a roof and eating food. I like not being homeless. Please, if you could donate or continue to be a Patreon.com patron, that would be awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. I would appreciate that as well, but I would understand if you did not want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So if you don't like my videos or you don't want to subscribe to the channel, I do, unfortunately, understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until, well, a very long time from now. After all, slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement, you last for decades before you go sour. And trust me, especially in hard economic times like this, a guy has to eat. Cannibalism for the win. Definitely a thumbs up. Delicious human flesh. Delicious and nutritious. I have never eaten an actual human being. Yet. So I got a reaction video coming up on the channel. I got a game video coming up on the channel. If I don't fall asleep, fat chance, I'm going to have a game video for my game channel. That would be cool. So you take care. Have a great day today. Please don't hate me for my views on Angry Grandpa's passing. I mourn his passing. I just don't mourn his content's passing. It happens. So take care. Have a great day. I'll see you on the flip side, and that's a good thing.